Hello folks, I've come out today to this wooded glade to make a confession. That's that in my left hand here right now, I'm holding the keys to our new family car. And it's a car that I purchased. I didn't lease it. That's right, that fat guy that's always talking about car leasings actually purchased a car rather than leasing one. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why. And then I might even reveal what it is that I've purchased. It's just over there. So why on earth didn't I lease my car? I'm always talking about leasing. I've done, I don't know how many videos about leasing and how it's sort of beneficial compared to other forms of ownership or purchase. Well, the truth of the matter is I didn't qualify for a lease. I'm fairly recently self-employed and my first year's books just weren't impressive enough. So when it comes to earnings from YouTube, at my level, the earnings are pretty embarrassing, to be honest, well below national minimum wage when you look at how many hours I put into it and how much I'm able to take from it. I've also got my consultancy business, obviously, and that has been going well in recent months. But with a lot of the things that I'm doing on the consultancy side, you get paid months after the event. And some of those things have only recently started to kick in. So my first year's books look fairly appalling, to be honest. Second year's books are going to be a lot better, but still, I'm a cautious person when it comes to finance, and I'd rather not have a monthly payment going out right now. It's the first time in years that I've had to look at things that way, but right now it makes the most sense for me and my family. So A, I couldn't have leased a car if I'd wanted to, and B, I had a chunk of change from, if you remember, my BMW 4 Series that I sold. So I had a chunk of change sitting there from that, and I decided to reinvest it into a car that I hope will serve the family well for probably the next 10 years. Obviously, I do have the choice of cashing in my chips at some point and leasing a car if my circumstances change dramatically. But for the time being, the plan is we've got this car. I keep looking over there because it's just there. We've got this car and we intend to sort of run it into the ground, essentially. One of the main points for us was that it could accommodate 5 adults if need be. You know, our kids are growing. There are times when we've got a friend of theirs with us. So we found life very, very easy with a 7-seater with the 2 kids and the dog. And when we had friends of the kids and everything else, it was great. We had that massive boot. And whilst I really enjoyed the Touran, I wouldn't want to own one. And the reasons I wouldn't want to own one are around reliability. We had ours for 4 years. It'd done about 20,000 miles when it went back at the end of the lease. I'm pretty sure the DPF was on the way out, and there are known issues with Tourans, and nothing else really floated my boat in terms of ticking that box of reliability that's a 7-seater. So we went for a 5-seat SUV. I would have happily gone for an estate car, but this 5-seat SUV's got something that not too many have, and it's 3 independent seats in the back rather than sort of 2.5 or 2 and a bit. It's also got a decent sized boot, and it's not going to cost the earth for us to run. Now that car cost us 19,000 quid. We got it from a main dealer, but we've got 3 years manufacturer warranty with it. It's still got a year left on it, and we've actually bought an extra 2 years warranty. Again, just for that peace of mind. There is a dealership for this brand a stone's throw from my house, so servicing and any issues should be dealt with fairly pain-free, I would hope. If I had have been in a position to lease, I could have leased one of those cars with everything sort of all told for about 10 grand for the next 3 years. That car will devalue by more than 10 grand, and we've got to service and MOT it. This is why it pains me to buy a car, because I understand the maths of it as well, or perhaps better than the next man. And that car, even though it's not a new car and it's already had a bit of a depreciation hit, is still worth enough money where the depreciation's going to hurt. But I want the reliability, I want the manufacturer's warranty. So a lot of thought went into it. But yes, if I could have leased it, I would have leased it. Obviously, we could have bought a cheap second-hand car. We could have bought something for 5-6 grand and put a bit of money away to sort of pay for repairs and things as they cropped up. I decided not to. I was in the position where I had the cash and I decided to do it this way. But, you know, whatever you choose to do in your situation is the right decision for you, I'm sure, and I don't sort of have any issues with anyone that would have done it differently. We did it this way. So here endeth my confession. We've bought a car, we didn't lease it. I would have leased it, but I couldn't lease it just because of my financial situation and how different it is compared to the one I've been in for the last 15, 20 years. Do I regret it? Well, no, because I didn't have any other choice. And for me, I feel like I've made the best choice for me and my finances, my peace of mind, and for my family. When am I going to get to the point and just tell you what I've bought? Well, that's going to come tomorrow, folks. If you're watching this video after the launch date, I'm going to put a link to it at the end of this one, and it will probably be over there. So go and click on it and check it out. All is revealed.